Hey, what's up everybody? It's Justin, Boss Nasty Silver here with another commentary. No, I'm just fucking with you guys. It's not Boss Nasty, thank God. But this free-for-all started 20 minutes, but I can only upload a video that's 15 minutes long, so starting you off late here. I'm up by 5, but I don't want to talk about the FFA. I want to talk about my Halo career, give you guys some insight on like what I've gone through, how long I've been playing Halo, all that kind of stuff. The first time I ever played Halo was with a friend in 07, right before Halo 3 came out, about 2 weeks. And we were playing Halo 2, and I was getting shit on obviously, but I was just like, I loved the game, it was pretty fun. And Halo 3 came out a week later. Actually, a funny story before Halo 3 came out, about a week before that. My friend was beating me, and we'd both smoked a bowl before, and he passed out in a 1v1 when it was 24-17. I come back tied 24-24, wake him up, and no-scope him in the face, and went 25-24. And that's when I just knew that I just loved the game. it was just awesome. Anyways, yeah, so Halo 3 came out in September 07, and I went over to my friend's dorm, same person I woke up in the 1v1 in grades. But the first game I ever played of Halo 3 was AR and Narrows. And, no, I'm sorry, AR and Valhalla. And I think we got like 16 goals in a 5v5. And I love the game so much, like, just from that very moment. Like, assault rifles on Valhalla, who would think? But anyways, about 2 weeks later, I bought an Xbox, and I started playing, by myself at my house, at my place in San Luis Obispo, and I got to about a 40 in Lone Wolves within the first few weeks, and I thought I was beast at the game. I was like, yeah, I'm awesome, but I never got past that after that. And actually, I didn't play very much after I got that initial 40 in Lone Wolves. I started playing other games and stuff like that. Call of Duty. I think that's about the time that first Call of Duty 4 came out. And as I get into Overkill there and fucking choke on the kill attack, but yeah. So I was at a force. I ended up becoming a force colonel after the first year of Halo 3. And after that, I just played every once in a while with roommates, with friends. It's just a social thing for me. I never was too competitive. I haven't even heard about MLG. I think it was summer 09 or summer 08. Can't remember. It's when I first heard about MLG. I think when the playlist came out, like it was the official playlist, went from hardcore to MLG, whatever. I was like a legit 20 in MLG on a HD TV. With a wireless controller, and just the worst setup possible, and I was just really bad, honestly. And so the first event I ever watched, the first MLG event I ever watched was I think Anaheim 09, and that's when I started to get hardcore in MLG. I started to play on I still had a bad setup, but like about 6 months later, I finally got a LCD TV. I got the ViewSonic 22-inch or whatever, 21-inch that LG was using at the time. I got a wired controller, and I got Turtle Beaches. And that's when I started to get better at the game. I think at that time my count was like a 48. And I never had any good friends on my list, and I just played by myself all the time. But that's when I started to get into the game really hardcore, and started adding people, started like watching VODs and stuff. And after that, I started getting 50s and MLG, doubles, Slayer, everything. I started getting really into the game. By the end of Halo 3, I had been so much better than I was a year before, even 3 months before, even 6 months before. But by the end of Halo 3, I started playing with the team, and we started dominating the last week. It was really weird. I'd never found a good team in MLG until the last week of Halo 3. And by that time, we switched up. Reach came out. I went at midnight to get the game. Got the game, and after a few days, the people that I played Halo 3 with went back to Halo 3. They hated the game so much because of the bloom and stuff. I don't blame them, but I stuck with it. I was kind of ready for a new game, like a change, and then I met Eli Zombie in Team Objective. I only played Team Objective because honestly I hated MLG with Bloom. It was not fun for me, and I never pulled host on my 4-year-old Xbox. You gotta remember, by this time, I told you guys about the Xbox in 07. By this time it's 2011, and no, I don't even know, 2010, whatever. It was September 2010, and I never pulled host, not one game. I never pulled host, and so Bloom MLG for me really was just awful, and I could not stand it, and I didn't have anybody good on my friends list. So I just played Team Objective, which was really, really, really fun. And I met Eli Zombie, and so me and Eli played Objective for like the first 3 or 4 months of Halo. I ended up being like the #1 in overall kills in Objective because we played so much, and I was just dominating so much because the playlist just like was nothing compared to MLG. So I played with my friend Eli. Shout out to you, Eli, if you're watching this. And eventually, I met some other people that were like on my level. Eli was always a good player, but you know, I met some other people. I met Murtaugh Yukin, Amber Lamps, at the time called I Hate Kevin Brand, and Nomad 7, and eventually Stu 2K4, and we just ran matchmaking. Like we instantly, just like we were just like snap. And I remember Community Slayer came out, and we ended up going like 390-0 or 290-0. I don't know, 300, whatever. Just raping kids in Community Slayer, but you know, it's Community Slayer. And honestly, every game was like 50-5 or 50-9. It wasn't even close, but we had so much fun. We were just like talking and chill. We got to know each other really well. And so then Community Slayer ends, and we just start running every playlist that we play. It's ridiculous. We start running Squad Slayer, just everything, Team Slayer, whatever. Some of the guys in the party didn't like MLG, but we still had fun. So we played MLG every once in a while, but it was still Bloom and still kind of shitty. But so I think about 9 months after Halo Reach came out, I ended up going to a LAN in Seattle with all these guys, meeting all these guys. I had so much fun. It was just a blast meeting Nomad 7, Sharpie, Murtaugh Yukin, Frazier. It was just a blast meeting all these people. But then, so that ends. And then I stopped playing with most of these guys. And eventually they all stopped playing. About probably 4 or 5 months ago, about the time I got my inheritor, I played a lot of social. We played social for like 5-6 hours a night. So eventually I got my inheritor, and these guys stopped playing about that time. They all started getting busy and stuff. And about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I started getting into MLG, just searching by myself because I think No Bloom came out 3 months ago actually. You know, I had got so accustomed to Sprint that I really disliked the No Bloom No Sprint. I love the No Bloom, but I was so skeptical about the No Bloom No Sprint right when it came out that I was like, fuck, you know, because I was so used to playing the game with Sprint. It's like I almost injured me. Didn't get the double beat down. But eventually I got used to it, and I just loved it. This game is so much fun, you know, with a good host. Obviously it only has a year left, but this game has gotten so much better with the No Bloom, No Sprint, and I really considering going to Columbus, and just looking forward to Halo Reach until Halo 4 comes out, because this game is so much better. The MLG playlist is awesome. So I started playing more MLG with some friends, and then about a month and a half ago, I found a team with Jeremy, his gamer tag is JSK, with Gavin, his gamer tag is Zerfer's Revenge, and with Zim. Honestly, don't even know Zim's first name, but his gamer tag is Zim with Kevlar. And I finally find a fucking good team that knows how to play the game, and that's when I'm like, okay, I'm just getting into this game hardcore. Like, that's it. I finally found a good team. So we do pretty good the first night. Second night's pretty bad. Kind of like that. Just good, bad, good, bad. First few nights. And eventually, like, I shot that guy in the face before he got stuck. But eventually, we start doing really well. We've beaten some pretty freaking good teams. I think we beat Pseudo's team, some other teams. But we got an event coming up in the next week. In Eastern California, somewhere by Stockton, and unfortunately the event is Bloom. I think it's V1 settings. So as I'm talking about this, we're going back to V1 settings at this tournament. This is because the person running the tournament is, I don't know why he wants to play these settings, but you know, apparently like my friend, my teammate Jeremy JSK is setting up the tournament. Apparently we were supposed to steamroll these kids, all of them at the event. No one's gonna be too much of a challenge, but I'm still gonna give my all. It's gonna be my first event after, you know, it's 2012. I started playing Halo in 07 at the end. You know, I went from noob, and I feel like I've just gotten so much better at this game, and I just can't freaking wait to go to this tournament. It should be so much fun, even though it's Bloom, but we'll see. So that's where we're at right now. Besides that, I've been getting some pretty sick MLG clips. You guys may have seen a few of them. I will be making a montage sometime within the next 3 to 6 months. Once I get, you know, some more clips, maybe a dual-tage or something. We'll see. But okay, now I'm gonna talk about the FFA. As you can see, people have been playing a lot of FFAs on, obviously on Zealot. I don't know exactly how it works, but the pro teams are going to be, as I get a triple, that was fucking ridiculous. As I, all the pros are going to be competing in the FFA also alongside everyone to determine placings. So this will be the first time since Halo 2 that people are competing with pros in FFA to get a higher seeding. And it should be awesome. And everyone is playing FFAs. I played FFAs with Campy, Nated, Tito-Matic, Fear Itself. I played with a bunch of different players, and I'm just feeling it. It's just FFA No Bloom is awesome. It's just if you haven't played it yet, you have to play it. If you're MLG or not. It's awesome, but there's about a minute left. I'm up by 13 kills. It was a 20-minute FFA, so it's not like I'm raping that hard, but I'm doing pretty good. You know, this is just like an average FFA. I've hosed, but I threw some. I just want you guys. Okay, I'm gonna talk about one thing really quick before this ends. I played Nate and Campy, and I noticed they crouched around top gold a lot. They crouch a lot. Whenever they spawn, they crouch. You have to be really sneaky, and you charge when you have the advantage. You charge, but you don't just spawn and run bottom middle, for example. Like, you really have to play smart. So they were crouching around top gold and stuff a lot. So anyways, about 10 seconds left. I'm about to wind this up. And I think I get a double kill at the end with like a second left. Yeah, I get a random double kill at the end to win the game. But anyways, hey, comment, subscribe, like the video, and I love you guys.